So what I'm doing, my first play on it, my first concept, is I go, you need training content. You need training videos and SOPs
100%.
to teach every single step. There's no step that's too, whatever, that you don't dummy proof. So I'm gonna make, I have like 50 I've got set up right now for TPO and shingles, down to like how to install drip edge.
Videos, SOPs.
Yeah, make a 2-minute video about how to install drip edge and then have an SOP with photos and a QR code that goes to that thing. And then you have a binder, like a shingle binder, that the project managers have in their hands, and they go to the crews, oh, okay, you did this wrong. All right, we're gonna just rewatch your SOP, read this, all right. This is how we do it here. And just have that standard out there. Because what I've run into is when you get big like this, all this talk and chatter happens and guys could kind of do what they want, and you just start to end up with a diminishing return on 100%. The quality of what you're putting out.
What about in-office onboarding, like training in a facility before we even send you to a job? Is that in your head? That's
in my
part
head.
of it?
I'll show you in here. It's a mess in here right now, but I'll show you my concept. So right now we're working on building out this space. So we're working on making this like a showroom where we can bring a client and say, hey, this is our, this is Worth House.
Right. You do a lot of it?
Same thing. We've been
I've never done one of them,
but never turned it into anything, right? We do tons and tons of standing scene, right? This is. Have you ever done any of this? You do much TPO?
No, we don't do much commercial. We do TPO jobs here and there.
Yeah, this is a deck product. So it's like a heavy-duty PVC decking product. We do a lot of
with
this.
clad metal. I'll add so you don't have cover tape.
No cover. Oh, I hate cover tape. But anyway, this room here, we're gonna clear it out. We're gonna get this room all nicely done, and this is kind of my concept to have like 6 tables here, and then the screen up there, and then do like in-house training here.
What do you think you got to offer the young guys, like starting pay, to like take this up, learn this trade, and now do this work?
I mean, when I was doing it. It was a few years ago when I was bringing guys on. I was starting at 15. So it's probably going to have to be more now.
Gonna have to up that number
probably
a little
going to be maybe 20, 22 now,
Right.
Just to start. But here's the biggest thing. Like you talked about that tile roof where you were like, wow, these 4 guys, how do they accomplish it? Whatever. Well, one of the ways they accomplish it is they're paid by the piece, right? So that's one of the things. Like how do you do W-2 and then have it be by the piece, production-based pay, which you can do and you can filter them in. So that's what my idea is, really figure out how to structure that strong so there's a bonus system so that these guys are incentivized in the same way. If they want to make great money, they're going to do it efficiently and effectively.
Yeah. The difference is in our per square model, usually the crew foreman is the one that reaps all the rewards, and he's just paying his guys what he pays his guys. So like you got to think of a formula to spread it around based on seniority. You get this percent, you get this, you get this.
And I've thought about that. So I was on my honeymoon actually, and we were in St. Augustine and went to the Pirate Museum. And the way that pirates paid their share, the roofing is whatever, but it's just gruff and stuff and whatever. So the pirate leader had a 2 share, so he got 2 of every share, and then this guy got a 1.5, and this guy got this guy got a 0.9 or something like that.
It's the same thing.
So take the 0.9, the 90th square, and go, okay, crew foreman, you're at 225 shares, or whatever's fair, 175, and then break it down. So that's my thought process.
I love it. It's an amazing idea, but it's like to make that happen.
Make it happen.
It's a journey and it's work.
And for us, we have 70. I mean, we have 70 roofers, running around roofing. To do this 70 to 100, it's like holy cow. So. This is our warehouse. So we stock in bulk, like anything humanly possibly that we can.
Mainly the drying. Well, you do a flat
drying, TPO, nails, screws, plates. No, well, that's overstock. We don't stock that. That's like from a job and it got over ordered, got to go out. We did this recently, so this is a high temp. This is a high temp, custom branded.
Is this what's it called again? Oh, it's from that Van Boxel.
It's from Van Boxel, yeah.
He brands it for you.
Yeah. So he brands it, and it's
that's got an
Miami-Dade approved, absolutely. Yeah.
And that's the pre-blended mortar.
Yeah.
You always get that?
Yeah.
We just switched to that.
Yeah. Because
should have done it a long time ago.
If you do the other way, then the clients, oh my God, and the oxide this and the color's not right.
I got 2 calls back to back in the same week.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys did my roof a year ago. The mortar's it used to be this pretty red. Now it's all white. I'm like, that's it. Never again.
Yeah. Oh, and to redo that is it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Redo the whole house.
Yeah, but no, I really like that stuff. Like just to have that going out on projects and be branded
What
like
is
that is huge.
That's just bull?
Which one? Up there?
Shingle starter.
Shingle starter. So that's starter rolls. So rather than shingle starter strips.
I'm embarrassed I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. That's funny.
You're
a roofer, I've never heard of that. So it just rolls out.
So let me see where we have one on the ground. But yeah, it's a roll, a peel and stick roll about that thick, and then it rolls out and sticks to the drip edge. But what that does for you, instead of as an installer having to lay one out at a time, you just set it, and then the guy runs 50 foot with it. And
so you don't order starter shingles. That's what you put down.
No, that's what we use.
And the inspectors are fine.
This is approval coded and everything. Now the good thing about this, if you buy it from supply, you're going to pay so much more than a shingle starter. But buying it by the truckload, we end up about 10 to 15% less, which isn't huge, but it's something.
Right.
But for our guys, it's so much simpler and efficient, so they love it because it's easy.
I like that. That's the same reason you have all the equipment, the trash rocket, the machine.
It make the guys' lives easy so that they like what they're doing and coming to work for us. So lumber, same thing. One thing that I'm working on getting rid of is like Home Depot trips, Lowe's trips, like these little guys, because the problem is they spend so much time. It's so inefficient there. They're waiting in line, waiting in a phone sale line. They're parking their truck. They're buying their water, right? So we want them to be able to just, if they need something mid-job, zoom, 10 sheets of wood, boom, and then ride out. Or
what do you typically send in on a tear-off? Like how much wood are you sending?
Like 4 to 10.
4 to 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sending like 15 to 20.
Really?
What about fascia? How do you handle fascia?
So the sales rep takes a measurement of it and then makes an initial suggestion or recommendation, and then that starts it.
And then does your production guy double the suggestion?
Very often, yeah, or triple.
And do you keep that here, or they're getting it before they go to the job?
The fascia we keep here.
Keep it here.
Yeah, and then sometimes they, if they run out or whatever.
Where's your fascia?
I think it's in that shelf over there. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a full lumber rack, every different size. We would need spruce, cedar, pine, all of it.
You have each size and everything.
But
you guys order nails in bulk?
Yeah, we're kind of the same as you. All our drying stuff, all our accessories. We get shingle, tile, metal from the manufacturers.
Yeah.
But that's
what do you guys do in terms of underlayment for the most part?
We use Roof NATO over there.
Roof NATO. Is that a peel and stick?
Yeah, peel and stick. We have, there's like a standard and then there's a premium, so we offer tiered pricing. So depending, if you pick the most expensive tier, we give you the thicker premium.
Yeah. Do you buy that through supply or directly from them?
It's direct, but through supply.
Yeah.
So you're making.
That's the same with we do Whip 100, which is
I've never heard of this one.
That's the best rate I was
It's
able
funny.
to find.
It's funny. I drive 3 hours across the state, and I haven't heard of some of this stuff. Is it granulated surface?
Yeah, it's granulated.
Do the guys like it?
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah.
Roof NATO has one called Spider. That's like their synthetic peel and stick. That's not high temp, but that's what we use under shingle.
I'll take you guys up there. That's our production offices. So we kind of have production offices over here, and then we have like execs and sales offices on the other side. We just set this space up recently. It was not being utilized. We were just storing stuff in it, and then we kind of grew to the point where we had to pull production from that space over to here. That's Eddie, so he's like the warehouse manager. You saw him out there with the glasses, yeah.
Okay.
So he's doing right now. He's the guy who's doing the POs in and out and stuff like that. And that's Olivia, who you saw, is getting us coffee, and then she's like the service technician manager.
And what software is that?
So that's Arrivy.
Oh, so your calendar's in there too.
Yep. So
and that's your jobs?
These are her repair jobs. So if we open one up, I don't know.
But this whole calendar's repairs I'm looking at?
Correct, yeah. Go to status. So ported, blah blah blah, reschedule. Like this is where you can see if they're like on their way or various things.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
Nice. My guy already got back to my developer. He said they don't have a 360 API, but they have a limited integration capability. So we'll look at it.
Yeah.
Because the 360 API is what allows him to do basically whatever he wants with it.
Right. Yeah, he probably might have some limitations.
But no, this looks great.
This goes to HubSpot nice. So then in HubSpot, like if I'm over here, boop.
So you made the switch already.
So,
no longer Job Nimbus.
No longer Job Nimbus.
What about your proposals, your estimates?
Sumo Quote.
Okay. Exactly.
Yeah, we're still using that. Where's the Arrivy over here? There's a little Arrivy. Everyone has it set a little differently. You can customize how you want like any views. So like an Arrivy task shows up there. So like you can go there, you can see, there's 0 on this file, but if there was, you can click a little integration here and then you can pull up and see the checklist that was filled out or the data to it. And then if you want to go into it, you click a button and then you open up Arrivy. Right. And then Sumo Quote is actually directly in there. So if I click on that, then Sumo Quote just opens up within HubSpot, which is nice. So that's like that direct that you're talking about you have on some of those with that.
Yeah.
So this file, again, doesn't look like it has a Sumo Quote, but if it does, then you go into it right there.
Right. Yeah, that's nice. And Roofing Business Partner built this all for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, they have like a templated one because they build this out for lots of guys. They've built this out for dozens and dozens and dozens of guys. So they have it templated out, so it ends up being like a little less expensive than if you know you go outsource. Like I got quotes from other guys to build custom HubSpots, and they were all a lot more. And I think it's because they have just a roofing template that they do over and over again, right? So.
Yeah. A lot of guys, when they get to our point, they realize Job Nimbus isn't.
No, your Job Nimbus or even AccuLynx, it's just too Here's the thing. You look at the addressable market of CRMs for roofing.
Yeah.
The vast majority right now, the addressable market is like $1 million to $10 million a year, guys.
Exactly.
Or it's a 7, right? So it's like, why would Job Nimbus want to build something? They don't want to build something that's good for 30 or 40.
No.
There's not near as many of them. The addressable market is located there when you're subscription based.
100%.
So they want the most subscriptions. They want to keep it really good for the 1 to 10 guys.
Right. I'm like a Job Nimbus wizard. So I built the full system, all the automations before we even opened. I just sat there at the computer and built it all out.
Yeah.
And I would get with my Job Nimbus person. I'm like, hey, it doesn't do this. I know it's like goofy. Is there a workaround? Can you work on this? And it's like, they're not going to invest time to do all the tricky stuff that only the high-end clientele would need, because
No, they have something that they can do that'll help the $1 to $10 million guys, and that's going to be for them a bigger lever pool. It's just like you or I, like, are we going to work on automations for Brava tile installations?
Right.
No, I'm going to work on asphalt shingle ones because we do, 15 of those a week or whatever.
Same idea.
It's the same concept, but anyway. She's like residential scheduling, and then that's Tyler. He's the director of quality control. So that's something I mentioned to you. So that's a whole division.
So who does he manage then? Who's under him?
So he has 2 guys under him. One of the guys is still kind of in the service area and kind of transferring over. So then what they do is any and all callbacks he addresses and he takes care of, cradle to grave. If there's something bigger on it, then he'll have to go over and get help from the service area or get help from production.
So that's callbacks. Final walks is on the PMs.
Final walks is on the PMs. But if there's any quality control in the entire company, and it doesn't just production, it could be sales, it could be finance, it could be anything, then a report can go to him, and then he looks into it, figures out what system or process was broken, or by an employee, or what system or process doesn't exist and needs to now be created and implemented, right? That way you have to, when you get to this size, constantly be correcting yourself, which obviously I do, but you get to a size where it's not enough anymore.
I didn't know anything about business. I was doing repairs. I had a van. I had my little company. I had an ABC account, but I had no sales rep. So I would go into this ABC every day, all dirty, sweaty. I'd get like a bundle of shingles for a repair.
Yeah.
And my sales rep, Regina, came up to me one day. She's like, do you have a rep? I'm like, what's that? I didn't even know what a sales rep was. And she's been my rep the whole time. So it's like, do I want to beat her up?
Yeah, and it's the same thing with me. This guy, Travis, was like, how do I help you grow your business? And I would tell him an idea I had. He'd say, well, this is what this player does. This is what these guys do. This is kind of what Westfall does. And he was like, he just helped me the whole way through. So it's like you have to balance that relationship with also making sure that you get taken care of. And then via that relationship, too, I can call him on his cell phone, and he's just a helpful guy. And he's there to, he's really good, too. Of all the roofing reps I've worked with in the area, I've never worked with anyone who's as solid as him.
Right.
So.
And then the rebates actually, when you negotiate, a lot of that comes out of their commission, the rep. Because like the branch will put their hands up, and then the rep will have to just say, all right, give it to them. But we sell metal through ABC now, too. So they sell Metal Ops metal to their customers. So now we have the reverse relationship.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I think, too. I mean, I know we have good rates from Beacon and stuff, UXO, and if, that percentage has to come from somewhere. Is it coming from the rep? Is it coming from, maybe they now try to like squeeze us a little more on the shingles and onto this and onto that. Now we're not doing as good there.
Yeah. So. Just hired someone real good for the production department, and she works for like a $5 million roofer, but she knows roofing. She's really good personality. And like after the first week of being here, she's like, this is crazy. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. You'll get used to it. We just try to improve and do our best.
but see, then that's where I'm coming from with the training and stuff. Because like the W-2 labor, we talked about, man, how do you get that as low? And you might not be able to, right? You might end up paying a little more. But if you can pay a little more or maybe even a lot more, but you don't have all of that, the stuff that we know, I can just say that, and we know what we're talking about. Like, it might be worth it, and that customer experience really gets to where we want it, and then it's like, if you can work that, whatever, so, there's 2 sides to it.
We just we have a machine that works every day. We get jobs done every day. So like when I think of the W-2, full W-2 model, I think about like a lot of turnover.
Yeah.
A lot of like, we're sending half crews places. Just slowing down. I don't want the customer experience to get worse.
I'm planning for 10% turnover a week. And like I'm modeling this out. I'm thinking, no, I'm serious. I think 100 guys. I think 10 to 15% turnover weekly.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, so that means we need to have 60 to 70 new applicants in per week.
Right.
We're going to just have the line there of like, okay, who's the next roofer?
Yeah, just hang out at the high school. Get the guys smoking cigarettes.
Hang out at Home Depot. just plan an HR tent at Home Depot.
Well, when I ran crews, like we would try new guys out all the time, and there'd be times the guy wouldn't even make it till 8:30 a.m. Yeah. We get there at 7. You can't make it in an hour. You quit after an hour.
Yeah, no, I've had that too. You take for granted being able to do that kind of labor and enjoying it and just pushing through. Some people just cannot do it.
Yeah.
Hey, Dorothy. She's new around the team. She's our
Miss
exec
Dorothy.
assistant for me and Daniel.
My name's Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
We're
to
making
meet you
YouTube videos.
Oh, okay.
Did anyone tell you we were coming?
No, as a
Nice to
matter of
meet
fact.
you. What do you do here?
Well, I help Robin and Daniel with whatever comes up and needs to be done.
Awesome.
Try and
Awesome.
keep things going and Deb tee off their lines.
You sound like a sweetheart. You're lucky to have her, huh?
Oh, she's amazing. She's amazing. She calls the PMs for me and runs them like on their KPI. So like 5-star reviews.
What
she'll
are the
call
K-
them,
oh, that's a good
like
one. What are
5-star
the-
reviews. She'll call the project manager 5-star reviews, value of services delivered, which is a full check-in, happy client, permitting done. So they don't get to count that toward it unless everything is wrapped up on it, and then they get a bonus based off of that.
What are your touch points between signed contract and start date?
Good question. Okay, so signed contract. First is over to her. There's a scheduling link that we just started doing this. This was a new thing that I love. So what the client gets is they get a scheduling link, and then the scheduling link goes, here's for your Trust Roofing onboarding call. When would you like to book it? They immediately book it.
Nice.
That way there is zero, like it's just book a meeting from a meeting. What we used to do is like, okay, yeah, they'll call you within the next 2 to 3 days or whatever.
That's what I'm
And then
doing. You just made me think. Send a
switch
link.
that.
Send a
So
calendar
just go
link.
ahead and you
right.
send a calendar link, and it books a meeting. In HubSpot, there's a great meeting tool, and then you
Yeah.
can have it all branded, awesome. You're going to do your production onboarding calls, how it's going to go, and then she scheduled it and it goes right on. Anyway, then in the back end, we have a gal named Lizeth, and she's working on NOCs like a maniac. One thing I want to do is I want to get my outside reps to all be notaries so that we can get some of that being done by them
That'd be
as well.
nice.
Yeah, so my
Who
girl-
does that? The pre-construction meeting or whatever you call it, the after-sales meeting.
Yeah. So it's a full turnover form from sales to production, and then there's a phone call from project management to the sales rep.
Right.
Where they sit down and they talk and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. But then pretty much there's a girl named Lizeth, and she's overseas and does permitting. She's freaking incredible, and she's just the overseas guys, you're able to save some money, and it's great. And she's amazing, and she's in Colombia. But for Colombia, I mean, she makes better money than she would in Colombia on any
Right.
kind of a similar role. So it's a win-win-win.
How long have you been going that route? With
That was
overseas?
my first one. We've
I
had
gotta
Lizeth
zoom-
for, I think, 6 months or 4 months? Natasha?
Yeah, a few months.
Yeah, 4 months or
I
something.
got to
She's
Zoom
good.
on Thursday to look at my first VAs. Same thing.
Who are you working with on it?
Someone referred me to SMA, so I got to Zoom with them. But I'm looking at it.
I'm working with Support Shepherd, and I found them. I don't know. Are you on X at all?
No, not at all.
X is a cool platform, man, because there's a lot of just really business savvy people on there. But anyway, there's a guy named Nick Huber who I follow who's huge on X, and he bought a company called Support Shepherd, and that's all they do. They're called Somewhere now. They rebranded. Anyway, but that's who I use, and they're solid.
Inside sales activities?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for
No,
that.
that's where I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like rehash, follow up,
Yeah, I'm looking at.
pipelines.
Yeah, I'm looking at a few things for that. I'm looking at some like AI, purely AI solutions in some of that regard. Not the follow-up portion, but like right now my outside reps do a call into the inside rep to give them all the data to put into the file, and so that they're on the same page in regards to follow-up. I think like an AI bot can do that very easily, right?
Yeah,
Just
for sure.
go ahead and call the outside rep as soon as they're done with this thing, or the outside rep can trigger it based off something the AI bot calls, and then they just dictate the answers to the
Who's the
various
tech
questions.
systems guy in this company? You? Yeah. So
I try my best. I mean, like Jeff, like there's different guys. My HR guy is.
It's
good at
always been
tech,
me
so-
too.
Yeah.
And I just literally started Monday. I pay like a high-level CTO, and he's full-time with me. And he's just, now you're the tech guy. And just in 2 days of having him, I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. It's worth it, man. Even
But,
building out the softwares, like in
Yeah.
speaking with the developers, it's nice to have him in your corner on your side. So you have a guy.
Yeah, so I'm trying to achieve a little bit with the consultant right now because I'm able to go create a ticket, go ahead and do this. But then sometimes what I run into, and I love RBP again, I love them, but the speed. I want this done today.
Exactly.
I don't want this done in a week. I get some response, and then there's this, and then another week. It's like, no, guys, we're trying to scale a business. We're trying to succeed for our homeowners and for our employees here. Like, we need this done today.
Yeah.
Whereas you have an in-house employee. I mean, I can go, hey, this is top priority. We got to move everything else around. Next 2-3 days, this has to be done. You can't do that the same way with a consultant.
Yeah, when I interviewed him, I was just asking him specific questions like, "Hey, if I wanted to build an internal training bot that knew all of our company systems, all of our processes, all of our sales, all of our
Yep.
if we had to build that AI bot so that the whole company had access to it and could just ask it questions when it didn't know how to do something, like how would you do it?" And just his answer was like, boom.
I
like,
love that you just brought that up because I want to do that. I want
Yeah.
to take all of our SOPs, all of our standards, everything, and plug it into something like that.
Yeah.
And then I started recording our meetings, like executive meeting or a sales meeting with like a Firefly that does the AI summary. That's great for being
So
able to
you
send
can plug that into
Yeah,
the
then you
thing.
plug that into there. And then your executive meetings, you're just constantly building it out. Over the course of several years, all of a sudden it's like, okay, hey, I'm at a site. Here's a photo of this flashing. what would be the most standard or best way to quote this?
Yeah.
He goes, well, according to Robin, hopefully he's not wrong, this is what you do. Or according to GIF website on this page, or according to the Florida building code, just throw the building code in
You
there.
need a
Throw
tech
the
guy,
book in
man.
there.
You're just like me. You got all these ideas. You're a visionary. You need
Yeah.
a tech guy to help you make it
Yeah.
happen. Because it's just, you move faster, you get stuff done, and it turns out better.
Longest
I'm
time.
trying
We're
not
gonna-
to ask you all my podcast questions, but we're covering a lot of stuff.
Oh, no. We're going to dig in on the podcast, dude. It's different. A mano just sitting there. And he
Yeah.
even, I launched a podcast a while ago, and then I slowed down. My in-house marketing girl, who was not Jeff at the time, she ended up having to move to a
What
different
was your
role.
vision of starting the podcast? Like, what made you want to start it when you did start it?
There were a couple things. One thing is that, I launched this business, and when I launched this business, the way that I got into it was I watched Dmitry Lipinski Roofing
Yeah.
Insights videos of like him walking Apple roofing.
Yeah.
And I remember I was a kid. I mean, I'm still a kid, but I was younger. And I'm there at my garage trying to run this roofing company out of my freaking garage
Yeah.
and sweating and all this. And I see these guys with like this vision, and I see an industry around me where homeowners are constantly not taken care of, right? And not that we don't make mistakes,
Yeah.
but God damn it, you have my cell phone, I'll make it right,
Yeah.
right? And it's like that viewpoint just didn't seem to be out there enough, or also not taking care of guys, not taking crews, sales reps. And the reason it happens, there's a lot of reasons it happens, but one of the things is this is a hard-ass industry. So
100%.
guys are like, shoot, in order to be profitable, I have to take from someone. I have to take from the client in some way, or the crew in some way, or the sales rep in some way.
Yeah.
Which, man, I get that because of how hard the industry is, but you just have to figure out how to do it the right way. And
Which
again,
it's hard. That's what I always say. There's less bad guys,
Yeah.
because when you're young and you're early on in business, you think like you as the little guy, you're honorable, you treat all your customers with respect. You think all the big guys are scumbags. Then you just realize
You
like,
get
no,
big
this
and
is
you're
a
like, it's
very
so
hard.
hard.
It's a hard business to do. Right?
It's
hard.
yeah, and anyone, one thing that I hate that I see on like Facebook and around a lot is like the hatred or the calling out. Or, oh my God, look what this guy did, or all this.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you straight up fuck off. You have a big roofing company. You've done the same thing 50 times. And you just
100%.
don't want to be real about it or whatever.
Yeah.
You're just playing some PR game.
Yeah.
And whatever the heck. But anyway, but like Roofing Insights, Apple Roofing, these guys, and just seeing the vision these guys had, what they were trying to do, and the impacts they were trying to make in the industry, various companies he would tour. I was like, dude, these guys aren't geniuses. It's not. I mean, they're smart people or whatever,
Right.
but there's no reason that I couldn't do this with a team of people. And so anyway, so that inspired me at that time. So then as we grow and we make this into something, I'm like, I would like to, if I can, inspire others in similar ways, maybe teach them or give them something that I know that might help them. But in addition to that, from a company standpoint, like branding, if I bring in an HVAC owner from some other HVAC company, well, guess what? He gets to see my setup, my space, meet me, meet my team a little.
Yeah.
We do a podcast, we talk. Now my brand lives in his heart way more than it did before.
Yeah.
Whether he refers me immediately or not, who knows? But you do that enough, you're going to start to get results. And, oh yeah, this guy's great. I was on a podcast with him. Call him, right?
Yeah.
So and then he obviously shares it on his Facebook. I share it on mine. Cross pollinate.
The one I watched, the one you did, a local one.
Yeah.
Home. What was it? You remember?
Home Love Construction.
Yeah. So
Brad
he
Bishop.
seems like he does a lot of them.
Oh
But
yeah.
even if they're not getting a lot of views, you're building a relationship with every person that comes and visits you. Now you know 'em. So
Correct.
I'm sure.
And the thing with any of the content game is like, the views are the views. I don't pay attention to the views. What I'm paying attention to is what's the quality of the content. And me and Jeff were having this conversation yesterday. Okay, we've got the quantity there. We put out a lot. But how does each piece help the people on the other side? How does it provide value to them? Whether it's funny, it's entertaining, it's training, it's it's insightful, whatever. Like, how do we provide value? Because if you do that and then you do it consistently, that's the guys who blow up.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're at this point where we got this quantity down, but we're just still like the quality's kind of like, it's okay, but whatever. And we're really trying to dial that and getting intentional about how are we going to help people with this
That's
stuff.
why I came out to see you first.
Yeah.
You're the first one I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because like I was watching Dimitri's videos too, but like even like the Apple roofing video, I can remember that video. Like it's inspiring. You see what they got going on. You see what they're doing. I feel like they don't dive deep into like teaching people though.
Yeah.
Like I want to really teach roofers. Like I have them reaching out. I'm giving away stuff for free on Facebook. Like hey, you don't know how to estimate a metal
I've
roof
seen
here?
that,
I emailed that to like 55 people.
Yeah.
So like it's what you said, value.
Yeah.
What actually helps people.
Yeah.
I posted that mermaid mat yesterday. People are asking me to email it to them. Yeah, take it. Here's my workflow. Take it.
Oh, I 100%. I saved that because I looked at it. Well, I looked at it and I was like, he's doing like there's so much of this that is like the same. There's a few things that are slightly different.
Right.
There's probably a few things that I could tell you.
Could
I
you
do.
read it?
Yeah. Oh, I zoomed into it. I zoomed into that thing, dude. I was like last night, like sitting on my bed or something. I zoomed into it. My wife texted me, "What are you doing here for?" No, she didn't. She didn't really. But you know what I mean. You know how that goes. And I'm just like zooming in, looking at all this stuff. So.
Yeah, I just want to help people. People help me. Like it sounds like you kind of learned how to grow your roof company on YouTube, and so did I. I say it all the time.
100%. And I learned through getting my fucking shit fucked up. I mean, messing up and learning by trial and error, right?
100%.
So,
100%.
Anyway, so good. We got the starter rolls coming. This warehouse bay, I got to do some more work on. I'm probably gonna close that door up and get some more pallet shelving and racking in here. But we got some of the fascia and some of the 2x there. We got to work on our quantities of those, and it's just making sure we have the right quantity.
Do you
at any
paint
given
it?
time.
Do you paint it like before it goes out, or they paint it in the field?
We have it in our contract that it's on the homeowner, right?
How does that go for you?
Hey, that's okay. Well,
I've went back and forth on this so many times.
Okay, you just brought a good idea up to me, though. It's like one thing I love is like optional upgrades. Like, okay, it's something you and I both know. Who would like that?
Yeah.
I install fascia. Now, one challenge is if you do like PT, obviously you can't paint it right away.
Right.
You got to wait 3-4 weeks in order to paint it. But anywho, but you're right. Like homeowners don't like that. They don't love it. So it's like if you can provide an extra service that they love more. The problem is you have to pay for that. Yeah. And the other roofers aren't educating them necessarily about that. So then you just have more money going out.
Yeah.
But my idea.
That's what you said. We have it in our tier. So our top tier reads all painting included. And then our we do prime it though. So I tried to put it in my contract that we're not responsible for painting. Yep. But I would still get homeowners complaining, I didn't see that. How are you going to put bare wood? And we would just go paint it anyway because that's kind of how we are. So now we just prime it at the shop.
We've done that before too. We've had a customer who's just, we try to tell them, and if we tell them and they get it, great.
Yeah.
And then they just push. It's like, either I'm going to piss someone off in the community, or I'm going to go help a brother out.
Even taking care, like we take care of things all the time that aren't our fault. But I'm just not arguing.
Oh, constant. Man. I have in my contract. Hey, if there's a line up against your roof or an electrical line, it's not our bad. I have it in my contract, but. If it happens, I'll go over it with the client, but if they push, and I don't go over it, Daniel does, if they push him too far, then we're either gonna own it, take half of it, whatever we gotta do. But that mindset of like customer satisfaction above all, I mean, one of our core values is customer obsession, I think is really key to our success.
Even driveways, like everybody, we have in our contract too, like wires under the attic, driveways, we're not responsible for this, but like we've literally taken care of everything. Yeah. And now my reps tell people, they're like, yeah, I mean, I don't even know why we have this stuff in here because it's supposed to protect us, but we just take care of it.
Literally, because we have a thing in there about interior damage on our warranties, and it's like in there. But dude, I have guys on staff who are painters who they're running around all day long and they're paint and they deal with it, and they do paid stuff too. But it's just taking care of your people. Something I was going to show you. Let's go this way. Anyway, working on that bay. We got a freaking big tile boneyard, so we have a lot of tile. We do a lot of tile repairs.
This is your first location?
Yeah.
So you have
no. So, okay, we moved out of my garage, and then we got a building in Dunedin that I still own. I leased it out to another construction company, and that was about 4K square feet. A little less, like 30-something hundred square feet. And we just grew the hell out of it. We had to move out. So.
When did you move in here?
A little less than 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you had the whole property as soon as you moved in? It's always
we got this property, correct.
Because this is really nice.
Yeah, this is nice. So the tile boneyard helps a lot. When they go, our process, and I'm working on dialing this in, but when a rep sells a tile repair, the sales rep gets the tile, and then my production, my Olivia matches it, makes sure that it's good, and then the guy's literally going out, because otherwise they have to go, get it,
we have
go
one.
Through all this.
Yours is a little bigger than mine, but we have a similar.
Yeah. All overstocked.
What do you think about guys that don't do repairs and they're roofers?
I would say you're not providing as much value to your customers. If a customer's got a 10-year-old roof and they got a leak, like, come on, that's the service. You got to repair
are these just leftovers from jobs?
Yeah, these are leftovers from jobs that
and shingles too.
Yeah. So the shingles, like we're trying to turn. So it's a process though. It's like get Eddie when he puts in the order to make sure, right? Without that inventory piece in place, it's harder to control it. So that's why I'm trying to get that inventory.
We do the same thing. Before you submit the order, walk out in the shop, take the things, pull them, tag them, take them off the order.
But the problem is that's not scalable and it's not trainable. So I've tried to do that with Eddie, but it just ends up. And then I come out here at some point and I get mad and I go up there and I go, all right, guys, and they come out here, get a little sheet out.
Eddie's the first guy I met out front?
That's Tyler. Eddie's the guy with glasses.
Okay. Yeah. But you don't just return them when the job's done? Never?
Never done that, no.
Yeah.
I guess my mindset is like, we're going to do another one next week.
Right.
it's my fault if I don't have the system in place to just turn them real quick. Right?
I hear you.
Anyway, we're working on it. Good thing about shingles too is they don't like go bad. You know, if they're here for a few months, they don't go anywhere.
Right.
So that's paver plywood.
You have a lot, though.
So, we have a
I'm not now.
shit.
I wasn't even looking this way. I was just looking at those.
So paver plywood.
Yeah.
We have that always there, and then
Yeah.
like we were saying about driveways, we have it in our contract too. But we do is we cover if it's a nice driveway, just cover the whole thing head to toe.
We do the same.
Yeah.
I just did a big commercial job. Now I've got 200 pieces of paver plywood for the rest of my life.
But one of the next things
Yeah.
we're doing right now is a freaking Zoho inventory and getting that in place because, you know, this, like the OC shingles, I want to probably start returning because the thing is we don't do as much OC.
I was going to ask
so
that.
it ends
you're
up not turning.
You're mainly GAF?
Yeah,
versus
mainly a
OC?
GAF guy, yeah.
I started GAF and then switched to OC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think returning them is scalable.
Yeah.
I think that's probably save yourself a lot of trouble and just return them.
Maybe, but you know, if
give the PMs $1 a bundle.
give them $1 a bundle. Well, here's my thing. Okay, number one, that's got to get cleared out, right? All right, GAF, cleared out. If you have an inventory system, in theory, as a company, we want to stock, I would say 15 to 20 bundles of each color. The reason is service orientation. So let's say that a job comes up, like last minute, we got to do it for some reason, I don't know. And on a Saturday, one of our crews is going to bang out a 4 square or something, some little thing. If you have that in stock, you're able to just boom, you don't have to worry about your supplier, their schedule. I mean, I've had things on a Friday come up where we're able to take care of out of this. So anyway, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there's a good reason to have like 15 to 20 bundles sitting around, but you have to just min-max it and just do the thing, you know?
We actually use shingles as shims underneath our standing seam metal roof. So if there's little dips and waves in the plywood, just to make it look nice, we actually use our extra shingles for that.
Let me show you another thing we're gonna be doing that's gonna help a lot with that. So this is a branding and a marketing play. So you've seen this thing around probably. They call it the Shingle Tomb as the company, but I'm calling it the Truss Roofing Shingle
Spare
Kit or whatever.
shingles, roof.
Yeah. So all it is it's spare shingles in here, and then these go inside the actual slip itself. But what it's got is they've got our warranty.
Oh, dude, this is amazing. I just figured out what it was.
Yep. And
so then that sits in their house.
Correct.
In their garage.
So they have spare shingles with their warranty, with a referral program documented in writing,
That's
right?
nice.
Put the rep's business cards right there. And then at the end of the job, the project manager, when they're working their review process, goes, hey, okay, by the way, on every single job, we leave a bundle of shingles. The reason we do this is in Florida, we get a hurricane, a tree branch hurts this, just in case the manufacturer doesn't make the color anymore, you're set, you can just call us and blah.
Call me, you
also,
have the shingle, I'll go put them up.
Go over this, because we've done that a ton before, is leave the homeowner extra shingles because it's nice, but one of the number one things that a roofer faces is that...
Real quick, did RVP do this for you?
Which one?
Did they build out your sumo quote?
Right there. Oh, Jeff built out this. RBP did build out the sumo quote. Yeah. But yeah. What was I gonna say? One of the number one challenges that roofing companies face is just becoming a commodity, right? Not being remembered.
Yeah.
So we do this great job. You go above and beyond. I do all so much, right? Whatever. Something I run into is we go to like fairs, like we go to the Safety Harbor, whatever, Third Friday Fair, whatever. And I'll ask guys. I stand out and I hawk. I say, hey, do you need roofing help? Hey, do you need roofing help? And they'll say, oh, I just got it done like 2-3 weeks ago.
Who did
so
it?
I want to know. Yeah, I want to know market research. Same mindset, right? Who did it? I don't remember.
know.
And I'm like sitting here. If I do a good job for someone and they don't remember after 2 weeks, my whole business model is screwed because my business model is based off referrals. So
100%.
my idea is that this smartly placed inside of their garage somewhere, every day they might walk by it to get their lawnmower or something. Just helping stay top of mind in that person in terms of referral basis. And then also giving them a nice little package. The other thing that we don't have here, I don't know where they're at, but we're putting like a little jelly beans and a little keychain thing. Just like a little, tchotchke, here's the final thing.
This is nice. I'm going to switch because we do a box of cookies, but I'd rather do this. We don't do a lot of shingle though.
I did. It's so funny you just said that. I did a box of cookies. I did all the math, and this came in just a little bit less than what I was spending for those through Dope Marketing at the time. So it came in just a little bit less, but it has such a bigger impact.
We do so much metal though. I can't leave them extra metal, but metal's not going anywhere.
My guy took one of these boxes and he said, "Hey, can we fit a panel in here?" We did the measurements. We're like, "No, we can't. We were going to put little panels in there." So
to your point,
you can do metal if it was a little longer. But what are you going to do with a 4-foot?
We just had this conversation about being remembered by the customers.
Yep.
The customers that follow us on social media will never forget us because we pop up on their phone all the time, but
Yep.
we never systematize like getting our customers to follow us.
We haven't either.
Yeah, and we're gonna start doing that because like those are the customers that refer us nonstop, or the people that see us on their phone. They're not gonna forget us.
Yeah. For me, the thing that works, like on Google reviews, yeah, you have automations that go out. My project managers ask people to leave them.
Yeah.
Same thing on that. Hey, could you follow us on Facebook?
Right,
Yeah, open up your
exactly.
page. I'll show you how to
In
do
person.
it. You have to literally walk them through it. Otherwise, they
Uh-huh.
fret. We got this huge ass ice machine.
Nice.
And we're gonna be bagging, storing the bags there. I don't know if you guys do that yet. We just
No.
started this, but when I look at this, it's a service facility for the crews. They go to 7-Eleven and spend $6, $7 a bag.
Yeah.
Fuck no, it's free.
Yeah.
If you work for our company and you help us, hey, that's all
Yeah,
free.
we should have this. You make me feel like a terrible boss. We don't
And
do
I,
ice.
dude, I'm the brand guy, so I was trying to find like branded ice bags,
Uh-huh.
but they cost like double the regular ones. So I was like, couldn't do it. Couldn't quite justify it. But you know, it's not even about being a terrible or a good boss. I mean, it is being a better boss for sure, but it's about, okay, what's the challenge in roofing? Well, one of them is labor pool and having
Yeah.
good labor. You know, that's the kind of thing
So
that they like.
back to that, how do you market for those young guys?
Well, we haven't.
Mr. Marketing? How do we market for
So
new roofing employees?
So we're looking. I mean, again, we're looking at it step by step. So I'm trying to put together the training program first before we go crazy at that. But then
Yeah.
it's probably going to be similar to how we market for our roofing on Facebook. We throw a billboard up. You know, in one thing we've done in company recently that we kind of just started was a referral bonus system for bringing in talent. I'm going to have to scale that back for roofers because I can't pay what I'm paying there for
Right.
roofers. We're doing $2,500 if someone stays 90 days. If they're like
Right.
a sales rep, project manager, exec, what have you. So my thought process is for roofers similar, maybe just drop that a little bit.
Right.
But same thing, you know, get every crew member has that incentive. Hey, if you bring a guy in there for 90 days, you get whatever,
Yeah.
$1,000 or, you know, whatever we figure out is scalable.
That's good to pull repair guys out of the field. That's a good job for them. Hey, you're sick of the heat, don't want to work outside, be our in-house trainer. You know, they're perfect
Yep.
for that.
Yep. And that's going to be, and again, like Tyler, quality control guy, that'll be underneath him will be the training pool, right?
Right.
So he trains the team, and then the team screws up, they come back to him. Hey, dude, what's going on? You
Yeah.
know, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that first from Tommy Mello. He's got the training facility, he trains all his guys, and like that makes you start thinking, well, what if I did that? How much better would be at this?
Yeah.
You know?
And they're, you know,
It's a long journey, though.
It's a big journey, man. Apple Roofing does it for their sales team really well.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do for their roofers. I think they're all 1099. You know,
Yeah.
that's the side of things that really. It's kind of every roofer just kind of whistles past the graveyard. Oh, whatever, 1099.
Uh-huh.
Maybe they're legal, maybe they're not. All right, we'll move along. Like
Yeah.
this, you know. And it's like, okay, these rooms are a little bit of a mess. My vision for this is I want to have this room locked, and then make this a crew store. So the crew store, like things like that I expect the crews to buy, like tarps or freaking Sawzall blades, skill saw blades.
Right.
The crews provide all that. But the problem is my project managers go to Home Depot and they try to buy it for them anyway.
100%.
We run into this thing. So what I want to do is provide that facility similar to the ice. Hey, we stock all of these things for less than, you know, Home Depot rates,
Yeah.
supplier rates. And you can purchase them from us. It'll come off your production bonus, and it'll come right out of here. Put it on the work order and bring it out. Anyway, we haven't done that yet, but
Where are you
that's what I
buying
wanna
all the
do.
trash bags and whatnot?
Which one? I think those are right from Home Depot.
Right.
Yeah.
I,
Not the best
no,
rate, though.
I'm
So-
doing the same thing, like rags, trash bags, all the miscellaneous stuff. I don't know why I keep buying from Home Depot.
Rags, Daniel, we have a source on that. So you know, you work sources, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden you find a better source, and you just keep going. But you
Yeah.
start with the biggest items first, right? This is Brendan. It's the HR director.
What's
So,
up, Brendan
ask-
or Brandon? Sorry.
Brendan.
Brendan, nice to meet
All
you.
right, so Brendan, how do you
Andy?
plan to hire 100 W2 roofers before the end of the year?
Well, it's pretty easy. We gotta name what we want.
Uh-huh.
We gotta make it known. I think that what we're offering is actually training people up from the bottom up, right?
Mhm.
And really teaching them how to roof, which is something that is not out there.
I love it, man. I love it. But what's the starting salary of a new recruit?
Depends if I get a little bit in my pocket. No. No, I mean we tend to pay by the job, by the square.
Right.
When we're getting all that sorted out.
But won't you have to have a rate and then the bonuses?
We'll have to do like a $15
It's
an
gonna
hour.
be like a hybrid.
$15 an hour, and then the bonus is billed on top of that.
15 an hour for roofing, man. Come on.
Well, but the bonus is where they're going to make the money.
Yeah.
They make the huge difference.
Right. How many men crews do you think?
How many
7, 6,
Seven?
7, yeah.
including the foreman. Yeah.
Because again, like I told you, the leadership is the hardest thing to find. So
Yeah.
find the awesome leader, and then scale that as far
And
as
what's
you
he
can.
making? The leader.
He's going to make well over 6 figures, you know.
Right.
I don't know
Yeah.
where he's going to
He
be,
needs- he
but
needs that.
he's going to.
And the most
Yeah.
compensated bonus wise.
Correct. So
I
he's
think it's like you said.
He's at like
the
a
pirate
double.
model's perfect.
It's the pirate model's perfect. You
Yeah.
get a 2.0 of the bonus, so you get the job done, and you get this treasure chest, and the foreman gets this much, and this guy gets this much.
And if you do it based on like skills and knowledge, like what this guy can do in the field, like are you doing all the metal trims? Can you do this? Like as your skills
we
move
could
up,
have literally a skill map leaderboard. Good. At this
Exactly.
point, you get this much of the job bonus. So you get this much and scale it up.
Right,
And then
exactly.
if a guy is here, he knows. Good. I got to train to the point where I can do this, and I can move up the ladder, and then you just kind of keep going.
I love it. It's gonna be a long journey though. I might join you because I want to do the same thing. I've been thinking that way recently too.
That sounds
It's
good.
just it's a crazy endeavor. I just know. I know how much work it's going to be.
I'm a maniac. You have to be crazy to be in this business scale. So.
For sure. Nice to meet you, man.
Thanks, dude. Go in here really quick. This is Jeff's office. Hey, David, what's going on, dude?
Hey, what's up, Robin?
What's up, man?
I'm not Jeff. I'm David.
David, Andy. Nice to meet you, sir.
Andy.
What are we doing here?
So right now I'm just sending emails out to vendors, introducing them, introducing myself as the new marketing associate. But also a big part of my job is editing content. Putting out reels.
We just brought him on, so the concept there is like the content has been such a huge part of what we do. So instead of doing
Us
30 reels a month, we want to go to like 90, and then
Right.
long form content. He had this idea. It's called Raise the Roof. It's going to be a reality TV series where we take a job and shoot the whole job. I mean, not the whole job, but a ton of the job, start to finish. Go out there on different days. The project manager,
You
the sales
listening?
rep, yeah, whoever, and create a reality TV series. That's interesting
Right.
for the homeowners. But the other thing about that is it's scalable in terms of, oh, good, we're trying to sell a metal roof. Good, show them the freaking $200,000 crazy metal roof we
Right.
did over here, and show the homeowner that process. Now all of a sudden they're not going to be so worried about deciding.
That's the big
on
side
us
of
for
content
this.
people don't think about is like upping your closing percentage because you got social proof, you got
Yeah.
videos to send people.
So this is the finance team. So Caleb's
What's up,
over,
man? How are
like,
you?
AP and admin. He's actually really good at tech stuff. And then Renee's treasury manager, accounts manager, and then Tara over there is accounts receivable.
I'm going to leave him alone. It seems quiet in there.
Yeah. They actually work. They're those team that actually work here. This is where the magic happens. It's the sales team. See who
Dude,
we
you've got me all turned around in here.
I think he might be on the phone. So this is the inside sales rep. So the system that I'm working is one inside sales rep has 3 outside sales reps.
Right.
So, they do all of the, obviously initial call, initial admin, pull the Sumo quote, pull the Eagle View.
So are they doing intake too? Initial intake?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're building the relationship.
How do you assign it to your outside guys? How's that work?
So each of them again have 3, and then based off of like skill, talent. Okay, this guy's able to do metal. He's graduated at that point. Good, he can do metal. This guy can do commercial. This guy can do. And then also based off of their schedule, who can get to this in the time frame the client needs or whatever.
And are they putting quotes together too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they put together the initial quote, and then the outside rep goes ahead and adds like any little pieces that they weren't able to get from the satellite. Oh, number of pipe boots, number of this, or they'll get on the phone and dictate it. And we actually just started to do this. That systemized. So it's only been like, I don't know, a little longer than that, maybe 2 months. Before that, we just had 2 admins, and it was a little more chaotic. Now we've really systemized it. So
And so the rep goes, meets the homeowner, does their inspection, takes photos.
Tanner, come in. Yeah, Tanner, come on in. Oh no, you're not.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Takes their photos. Then we come back to here. The proposal gets finalized with the details based on the inspection, and then the rep goes back out a second time?
No. The rep goes over it all at the same time. So
Okay.
they create the proposal, and then the rep, if they need to make tweaks, they do it on their iPad on the site. If they need to call in here to make tweaks, and then they sit down and they go over it in person with the person.
Right.
Attempt to close
So
it,
do
obviously.
so they do their inspection, kind of go to the truck, put some things together, and then chat.
Yep, correct. Yeah,
Perfect.
and then follow-up drill. It's a combined effort on the follow-up. But
How-
again, it's a new process. We've been doing it like this for about 2 months. So, but the vision is that these guys are really helping with a lot of that follow-up and
Yeah.
admin load to make sure that the outside reps. Because one thing that tends to happen is they forget about the follow-up on some older
100%.
deals, and then you end up losing a lot of money that way.
The split's tricky. Like
Yeah.
when are we leaving it in the outside rep's hand? When are we following up from the inside? It's splitting the.
Yeah, that is tricky, and we're kind of working that because you don't, like the way that RBP pushes it is they push, oh, the inside rep does it all. For me, it doesn't. It
Yeah,
wouldn't
well,
work
the
with my
outside makes
reps.
they make all the relationship. They they're good with them. They're like, hey, you don't need to step in right now. Just let me handle it. I got
Yeah,
it. But then at a certain point, it's like, hey, you're not doing the follow up. So we got to help you with the follow up.
Yeah, and
it's tricky.
so we're working on that. So they kind of represent themselves in the beginning. Hey, I'm the inside office person, so I work hand in hand with Adam, who I'm going to assign you. You know, and kind of as we move on, we will both be there to help you with the follow up and everything. That'll be your main point of contact. But I'm here in the office as well, so don't be surprised if you get a call from me on something. So they kind of have created as, hey, we got this team, and people actually like that. And then the outside reps, it can be part of their pitch. Like that person you talk to, that's my team in the office. So if you ever need anything administratively, anything this, it doesn't matter if I'm on a roof, doesn't matter where I am. You can always reach into the office and get that, which customers like, because a lot of times what happens with an outside rep, they're trying to reach them, and they're on a roof. They're over here, right? You can't reach them. So, and then, I mean, it helps so much because then you get into, the client wants to get into shingle color picking or financing or whatever.
Yeah.
And the inside rep can take care of that and then keep the outside rep running appointments in front
Where'd
of
you
people.
first hear that? Monarch?
Sand.
Oh, okay. I heard that on Monarch, a Dimitri video at Monarch Inside Sales, and then I started.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing.
Oh, it's freaking smart. I mean, what we had to do though when we just implemented this system is it took a little bit of time, and then I had to cut the outside reps commission down in order to help afford for them to have a commission and for them to be in, because you want those guys to be really solid. You know, you need them both to be really solid, so they're both going to want to make a lot.
So they
obviously.
get a piece of the commission.
They get a piece of
what
commission.
What were you
yeah.
before?
What did you say? Before I was 20% profit to the outside reps, so then now we're 17% profit to the
You
outside
do a
reps.
profit split.
Yeah, we do a profit split.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we're 17% now to the outside reps, and then those guys get 4%. So
Interesting.
yeah, what do you guys pay on?
5% top line.
5% top line.
Yeah,
That's a
across the
good
board.
commission.
Across
Yeah.
the board.
That's a good commission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With small base salary depending on seniority.
Oh, you do a small base. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
just
ours
like it that way.
with that split there, the 4% to them and the 17% to them, you end up looking at, depending on how well the job is sold, 6 to 8% of the gross.
Right.
You know, right there.
Yeah, I never felt like profitability was my rep's responsibility because we had the templates built. I feel like it was more mine. So like we review P&Ls, I make adjustments if I'm seeing we have problems, and my production department manages gross profit. So like I felt like if you're not responsible for profit, why would I pay on profit?
Yeah.
And then I don't want to open my books to that either.
Yeah, well, that's a problem if you have to have the right cultural team. We have like the culture here is so solid that we never run into those problems. I've had those problems in the past, but not anymore. The thing I like about it is I want the entire team. I want everybody focused on the same thing that's going to make this place a success, which is we have to make money. We have to.
Yeah.
And if everyone is incentivized there, we'll win. So we just did recently with the project managers is now they, we're really going out of the podcast here. No, but anyway, with the project managers is they get 1% of the gross at the end of the job if that check is collected. They used to have a strong hourly base. We brought that hourly like way down to basically like minimum wage.
Right.
But now they get this commission bonus. So then between him, if they're all incentivized on having the job go profitable
100%.
and go well, that's what we're going to be able to make happen, right? So, and that's the thing. It's like the sales rep, maybe it's not all their responsibility, but the building of the initial relationship is freaking huge. You can bring in people who won't pay. I'm sure you know. You can bring in people who just don't have their expectations set, and the job ends up going sideways, not because of the sale based off of your quoting software, but based off of that relationship that was built. So that's where you can do it either way, but I do like it from that side of things. It gets the outside reps really responsible for the relationship, for the setting of expectations, and then for the whole company, right? So if production is effing up and they're not doing well, guess what? They're going to be freaking all over me. They're going to be in my office, Robin. And I want them on me, right? Because if they're on me, then I'm going to do the right move. So anyway, but I have run into the open book problems and arguing.
Well, I've never tried it, so like I just never
don't maybe don't do it.
It never made sense.
5%. That's you're getting. I mean that's less than what I pay. So
what's your average ticket for houses?
16K.
Yes, ours is 33, so that's why.
Yeah.
That's why. So
yeah.
It's metal. Metal's
you guys
expensive.
are metal. How much asphalt do you guys still do?
Like 2 to 4 a week, and then we're like 8 to 10 metal, and then some tile.
God! So you guys got us like just split because we're doing like 20 asphalt a week. We're just slamming them. We're just slamming them in and out. I like the metal better though because it's this bigger ticket. You can kind of take more time with the customer, more time with the process, some less turn and burn. You know? And with the little shingles, you still have the little problems, the soffit, the this, that.
It's all the
Hopefully
same.
Nick shows up because
he's got it set up. What's Nick doing?
Oh, he's the sales director.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk to him about what he does.
Yeah. Oh, he's freaking solid, man. He got promoted from being a rep, and dude, he's surprisingly doing incredibly well because whenever I've promoted reps before to try to be like a sales manager, and
Right.
it's always never worked out.
Right.
With him though, man, he's just, I don't know, he's kind of a natural at kind of putting in controls, putting in order, and just kind
Right.
of like really, really
How
smart
many
stuff.
sales meetings do you have?
We have right now 9 outside, with 1 being trained, and then we have those 3 inside.
No, how many? Well, I wanted to know
how
that
many-
too.
oh, how many leads do we have
How many
coming in?
sales meetings do you have?
How many sales meetings? 1 a week.
One a week.
Monday
Or
morning.
one a week too.
Yeah, Monday morning. We at one point, I got so mad at my reps. Like, you know, sometimes you look back and like
You wanted
just,
to do daily?
Well, yeah. You
I
do,
thought of that once.
Yeah. You know, I got so mad, and when you guys do anything like this cute, you know, like a little custom
Oh,
folder
yeah, for
with
sure,
data in it.
for
Yeah.
sure, for
We didn't do that for the longest time. We started doing. All right,
This is you?
this is me. It's my office.
Nice,
yeah.
man. Look at that screen. Look
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that screen.
You know, you get 3 setups going at once without having to have 3 different monitors.
Yeah.
That's fine. You don't have to.
No, I can open it up. It's fine. But the thing is, you know, you snap the screens in place, so I'm able
Yeah.
to just be like a machine on this. And if you want, you can have different setups. So this is like a setup that I can
Right.
use if I want to be taking notes over here. I want to run ChatGPT
I need one
over
of
here.
them.
You know, like whatever the heck.
Dude, I still don't have an office at Foxhaven. I stand up in a room with a computer. It's insane.
That's a cool little thing there. Olivia got that for me for, I think, my birthday or Christmas. It just shows like 2020 to 2024. You know, it's just in visually. Look, we're in our garage, and look, we got this building. We're doing this.
Oh, that's cool.
And then look, yeah, she got that for me. You know, it gives me goosebumps. Yeah, that's really, really cool to see that visually. But vast majority of my work is Pinellas County, right in that little bubble. That's the vast
Right.
majority. We do a lot in Tampa.
And over
some
in here too. You don't come this way too often.
No, in here we do lots.
Right.
We do a lot in here. Citrus Park, Lutz. I have a sales rep who lives right here.
Where's the most metal? Yeah?
for us right now?
Yeah, that makes sense.
This coastal right here.
A lot
with
of
water
aluminum, right?
on the water. Ton
Aluminum?
on the water. Yep.